Barbours King Cold Tea invites you to make yourself at home, and we're jumping ahead in the story, but hi, I'm back with a great story about a product from St. John and a story about New Brunswick. This time we're talking about Barbours. And in 1867, 153 years ago, brothers George L. and William Barbour started a food wholesaling business, and at the time it was housed along the St. John waterfront, Market Slip, in what is now Market Square, all those beautiful repurposed brick warehouses that are along the St. John waterfront. In about 1877, we had the Great Fire in St. John and they burnt down. They rebuilt, and in 1895, G.L.'s son, G.E. Barbour, took over the company, and he added to their food wholesaling coffee and tea. And a little known tidbit, in 1908, a New York tea merchant sent samples of tea to all of his potential clients in little silk pouches. Now, many of the people that received the tea in the little silk pouches thought that that was meant to replace their regular tea infusers for their loose tea. And they dipped the silk bag into their teacup. Well, it caught on, but it took 30 years. So in 1910 is when King Cole was born, and that then became, for my family, a standard that if you came in to have a little break, or when you were at the end of the day, or if somebody came in the house, you offered them a cup of tea, and it was always King Cole tea. So do you put the milk in first? Do you put the milk in afterwards? I'll tell you, I'm naughty. I like to leave the milk, or I like to leave the bag in, no milk, and it can steep all day long. I love it. Now, it's looking like it's missing something, and it is missing a molasses cookie. That's the standard around here. King Cole tea, adding to their offerings at Barbours, they also are known for spices. So their spices and their extracts, you're not a New Brunswicker if you don't pickle, and cinnamon. You know, you can't have a day without cinnamon buns. But they are also known for importing spices and extracts, and then also nut butters. Nut butters, I'm going to venture to say that if you have eaten peanut butter in North America, you have probably eaten a white labeled product that was produced by Barbours here in New Brunswick. About 70 years ago, Barbours was bought by the Bernan family. It's currently being led by a third generation Bernan, Sylvia Bernan, and they continue the great quality that Barbours was known for 100 years before they started. In 1960, they moved the business from the St. John waterfront to Sussex, to the beautiful Sussex. It's about an hour's drive from St. John. And Sussex is known for its beautiful balloon fiesta. It's also its pastoral valleys that are filled with cows. There's great dairy products that come out of Sussex. And but I'll tell you, Barbours store, the Barbours family and the Barbours, the legacy is that they sent along their store to St. John, the original Barbours general store to St. John as a gift to the city of St. John during Canada's centennial, so 53 years ago. They floated down their beautiful general store, and the connection that that has to me is that that's now one of our visitor centers right at the foot of King Street in St. John, Canada's shortest, steepest main street, 3 blocks long. But that beautiful store is now a museum, and I hope we get a chance to have you for a cup of tea and maybe a walk through the wonderful collection in Barbours General Store in St. Awesome, St. John, New Brunswick. Have a good one.